So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Stafford now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This one to the left to Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down at Stafford. The 20. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp, 47 yards. And the Rams continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
From the 27, Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Stafford on first down. Forced, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. This is caught. Touchdown. Ryan Tannehill able to spot Julio Jones for the touchdown there. And the Titans are on the board here in this Super Bowl. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
On 1st down, Stafford here. That'll be caught. It's Cup. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So barring a touchback, this... Likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated. Ready to go for the 2nd half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee. Now Akers to start the 3rd quarter on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, 71 yards. And the Rams are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask. Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Tannehill towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone. And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top. It gives you a chance to go make a play. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion. Yeah, that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense set to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all. Let's go ahead and attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. That one caught out wide by Julio. And it's a Titans touchdown. Ryan Tannehill able to spot Julio Jones for the touchdown there. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. 3rd down here. Not sure what happened out there, but throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Tannehill on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now it's McNichols. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Back to throw. Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability to under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, Brown, a nice catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Open is Swain, the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill. Touchdown! It's complete. Ryan Tannehill with a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for two.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the two.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Dog has caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chopped it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bad mind, the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not walk with none aligned.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. On first down, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Brady now to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Brady. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Brady now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Now Brady. To Evans on the slant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Caught on the slant. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here in the Super Bowl. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Le'Veon Bell. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The drive will... Start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers now on first down. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle to Evans. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. On first down, Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Brady. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Jones. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. Here's Brady to throw. And it's caught. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Bell is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got it. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones from 8 yards out. And the Packers are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. After the sack on first down, Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead, and the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play.
Touchdown! Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
To throw again on second down. Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On first down, it's Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before half for Brady. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. As time expires in the first half. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point put through by Succo. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated. Ready to go for the second half. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance. In the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to the team, of course. Because, as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. This has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a 1-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. To throw is Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And they'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Mercedes Lewis taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Second and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. A give to Jones. And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10 here in the 3rd quarter of Super Bowl 56. Play action. Now it's Brady. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. 44 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Brady going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And this is caught by Evans. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down at 5. Here's Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 45 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in a game.
Yeah, about the four in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. It's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Johnson. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady now to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out. So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Rodgers going to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So after the INT, it's Brady. High throw, but the catch is made. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Brady. Going up top for Miller. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. So here's Brady and the Bucs. Down by 13. 1:46 to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one.